I would like to thank the Secretary General.
Per essere qui. Noi siamo molto contenti, orgogliosi di ospitare il Defense College e gli incontri di questi giorni hanno confermato l'importanza di questa istituzione e anche il ruolo che può svolgere dal punto di vista della formazione, non solo a vantaggio degli Stati membri, ma anche a vantaggio di altri Stati partner con cui l'Alleanza Atlantica intrattiene rapporti, come diversi paesi del Mediterraneo che vengono qui, che mandano qui i loro uomini le loro persone per essere bene la presenza del Defense College. Ringrazio di nuovo la NATO. Per quanto riguarda l'incontro che abbiamo avuto, credo che c'è stata la conferma della visione che è stata espressa nel vertice di Varsavia di un'alleanza atlantica che da un lato rafforza la sua presenza nei Paesi membri del nord e dell'est, rassicurandoli sul tema della sicurezza, e che contemporaneamente considera sempre più cruciale la sfida che viene dall'instabilità nel Mediterraneo. Una sfida che non è certamente una sfida tradizionale, ma non per questo è una sfida da prendere meno sul serio.
It is a challenge which has to be taken very seriously, a challenge which through terrorism, foreign fighters, traffickers of human beings, instability, countries and states made more fragile, make the area of the Middle East and Northern Africa an area where the defensive alliance has to be involved. Italy considers the commitment of the Atlantic Alliance in the Mediterranean as a very important and strategic involvement and commitment, and this is going to be one of the ways through which the growing cooperation between European Union and NATO will find
concretizzazione a partire dalle missioni navali,
concrete
quella
elements
NATO,
starting
Sea Guardian,
from
e quella
the
europea
naval missions,
Sofia,
the Sea Guardian from
mi
NATO
auguro
and the
troveranno nelle
Sofia
prossime settimane dei
operation
punti di
from European Union, which in a
rafforzamento
in the next
reciproco
few weeks
che
will
sono
certainly find
assolutamente
points of
necessari.
contact and mutual strengthening, which are absolutely necessary. Thank you.
Minister Gentiloni, dear Paolo, it's a really great pleasure to be back in Rome and to meet with you again. And the meeting and the discussions we have had at the NATO Defense College yesterday and today just once again reconfirms the importance that Italy plays in our alliance. Because Italy is really a core member. You participate and contribute to so many different NATO missions and operations, and you have done that for so many years, one of the founding members of our alliance. You provide fighter jets to our Baltic air policing. You augment Turkish air defenses with a missile battery, and Italy will lead NATO's spearhead force in 2018. And Italy is also contributing by hosting many different NATO institutions and capabilities. For instance, this Defense College, but you also host AWACS surveillance planes, and soon Italy will host our cutting-edge alliance ground surveillance aircraft in Sicily. So that's just some examples of the many ways that Italy is contributing to our alliance. At our summit in July, the heads of state and government of the NATO alliance decided to further strengthen our collective defense, and at the same time to project stability beyond our borders. Italy is essential to both. For years, Italy has been a major contributor to our operations in Afghanistan and in Kosovo, to our counter-terrorism operation in the Mediterranean, and most recently to our efforts to cut the lines of illegal migration in the Aegean Sea with a NATO presence in the Aegean Sea. And I trust Italy will be part of our efforts when we increase our presence in the central Mediterranean. At the Warsaw Summit, we launched Sea Guardian, our new maritime operation. And just this week, I discussed with High Representative Federica Mogherini how NATO can support Operation Sophia. For example, with logistics, with escort for ships diverted for suspicious activities, and by helping to implement the UN Security Council resolution on the Libya arms embargo. Support for Operation Sophia is just one example of the ever closer cooperation between NATO and the European Union. And I am grateful that Italy has voiced strong support for this cooperation. NATO and the European Union face the same challenges, and together we have the whole toolbox to address them. This includes the challenge of an increasingly assertive and unpredictable Russia. In recent weeks, Russia has deployed missile systems closer to alliance borders that could carry nuclear weapons. This is part of a pattern of large-scale military activity and exercises close to our borders. Allies are deeply concerned about this behavior. We will continue pursuing our policy of strong defense combined with political dialogue. NATO's mission is to keep our allies safe, but we must prevent accidents or miscalculations from spiraling out of control. Russia also continues to bomb Aleppo and support the Syrian regime. Despite terrible toll in human lives and suffering, and despite the strong objections of the international community, we must find a way to overcome the current stalemate in Syria. And the first step to achieve this is to return to the negotiating table. So I hope that the talks in Lausanne and London this weekend will find a way forward to resolving the crisis, with a real cessation of violence and resumption of humanitarian aid. Syria is the source of many of the security challenges coming from our southern neighborhood. So we also discussed how NATO is helping our partners in the Middle East and North Africa to build up their own defense capacities. Because when they are more stable, we are more secure. This will also reduce illegal migration. So I thank once again Italy for contributing to all these efforts and for the close cooperation we have seen for so many years inside the alliance with all the allies, and Italy is a core member of this unique alliance. Thank you, Paolo.
Thank you. We have time for a couple of questions. Can I see who wants to know? Yes, first one, Aska, please.
Buongiorno, Corrado a Caputo, Asca News.
Good morning, Corrado a Caputo, Asca News. A question to Minister Gentiloni. This morning, the Secretary General, NATO Secretary General, talking in an interview to the press, has
discusso di un duplice impegno italiano per la sicurezza dei confini orientali dell'Europa di fronte alla Russia e come nazione leader della forza di dispiegamento ultrarapido della NATO. Ecco, volevo chiedere al Ministro quali sono i contorni e le prospettive di questo impegno e se, considerate le parole di Mosca che ha condannato questa iniziativa parlando di politica distruttiva, non ritiene che questo possa avere qualche conseguenza nel tentativo di dialogo che la NATO sta facendo e cercherà di fare nelle prossime settimane con la Russia? Grazie.
Ma direi che le decisioni di cui ha parlato anche Jens nell'intervista questa mattina sono decisioni che abbiamo preso nei mesi scorsi e che abbiamo annunciato anche durante il vertice di Varsavia. L'Italia ha sempre dato il suo contributo a un'impostazione di rafforzamento dei nostri assetti difensivi nei paesi del nord e dell'est dell'Alleanza Atlantica. Partecipiamo da tempo, per esempio, alle missioni di air policing nel Baltico e parteciperemo nei prossimi mesi con 140 uomini, una compagnia in Lettonia la forza NATO a guida canadese che lì viene dispiegata. Tutto questo non fa parte di una politica di aggressione nei confronti della Russia, ma fa parte di una politica di rassicurazione e difesa dei nostri confini come Alleanza Atlantica. E peraltro queste decisioni non influiscono minimamente nella linea di dialogo che l'Italia ha sempre proposto e che condivide con la NATO, perché il dialogo può e deve andare in parallelo a chiari segnali di rassicurazione a quei nostri alleati che si sentano a rischio, tant'è che le riunioni di dialogo sono andate avanti anche dopo che queste decisioni sono state prese e annunciate già prima del vertice di Varsavia.
Thank you. Second row, Agency Nova.
I have a question for both about the Operation Sea Guardian. My interest is about which kind NATO have with the government of Libya for this operation, and what about in terms of result in future about this? What do you expect from this operation?
Sea Guardian is a maritime security operation which NATO has decided to establish in the Mediterranean. And this operation will have many different tasks. And when I, for instance, mentioned that Sea Guardian can provide support for Operation Sophia, we speak about support in international waters. About, for example, providing logistics. It may be different kinds of logistics, but one of the issues that has been mentioned is to provide tanker ships that can refuel other naval ships at sea. When we speak about the task of escort ships diverted for suspicious activities, that may be, for instance, as part of the implementation of so these are issues we are now looking into, exactly how we can provide support for Operation Sophia. On top of that, we are also looking into whether we can provide support for Libya when it comes to capacity building, partly to help Libya build defense institutions. It is extremely important to have strong defense institutions to be able to stabilize the country. Of course, Libya need to train forces, but they need also the institutions which can make sure that the forces are used in the best possible way. NATO is looking into what we can do when it comes to building institutions. We are also ready to help Operation Sophia in helping building the capacity of the Libyan Coast Guard, but that is something that will happen if so requested by the Libyan government, and if that can complement the efforts of the European Union and Operation Sophia. So what we do will complement the efforts of the European Union.
Yes, I just want to add, aggiungerei, soltanto da parte italiana che sapete che la missione Sophia è una missione il cui obiettivo principale in questa fase della missione è quello del contrasto in acque internazionali ai trafficanti di esseri umani che organizzano il traffico di esseri umani dalla Libia. A questa, che è il suo, al momento, il suo obiettivo principale, si sono aggiunte su richiesta del governo libico recentemente compiti collegati alla formazione della Guardia Costiera libica, formazione che avviene anch'essa in acque internazionali, quindi non c'è un rapporto al momento diretto tra la missione Sophia e l'eventuale supporto che Sea Guardian, e sarebbe una cosa molto importante, darà a Sophia e la situazione libica in modo diretto. Tutto avviene in acque internazionali e finalizzato ad alcuni obiettivi che sono lotta al traffico di migranti, formazione della Guardia Costiera e controllo dell'embargo di armi. A questi tre compiti sarebbe auspicabile che si associasse anche il contributo dalla NATO, ma mentre la NATO darà un contributo comunque, se troverà un'intesa, e la troverà senz'altro, a Sophia per i suoi compiti generali, quelli legati all'addestramento, per esempio, della Guardia Costiera libica faranno parte di un dialogo diretto tra la NATO e il governo libico, che, così come ha chiesto all'Unione Europea, dovrebbe rivolgere un'analoga richiesta alla NATO. Quindi non presentiamo Sophia o Sea Guardian che appoggia Sophia come un'interferenza nelle questioni libiche. Noi stiamo rispondendo su alcuni punti specifici alle richieste del governo.
Meeting specific requests by the Libyan government on specific issues.
Last question, Panorama di Difesa at the end.
What is the position of scusate. Good morning. What is the position of NATO about European defense in system?
European defense is something which is of great importance for NATO because 26 of our allies are European nations, and many of them are a member of the European Union. So stronger European defense will contribute to a stronger NATO. Stronger European defense will be good for the European Union, it will be good for Europe, and it will be good for NATO, the transatlantic bond. So I welcome all efforts to strengthen European defense capabilities, to enhance cooperation between European nations, so we are able to spend and invest the resources we invest in defense in a more efficient way. And also, of course, I welcome increased defense spending, and we have seen in Europe that after many, many years of decline in defense spending, now defense spending has started to increase again, also in Italy. And that's something I welcome, because we live in a more dangerous world with new challenges, new threats, and we have to respond and adapt to that. The thing we have to make sure is that we avoid duplication with NATO structures and with NATO. And that what Europe does is complementary to NATO. And I'm very much assured by very strong statements from Paolo, from Minister Gentiloni, and from many other European leaders, that this is not about establishing something which is an alternative to NATO, but this is about strengthening European defense as part of strengthening transatlantic cooperation. And that I welcome very much.